Hello and welcome to Financial Education for the Nation. My name's Warren Shute and let's make 2021 the year of getting organised financially.
This episode has been sponsored by Idealo, the price comparison website.
We like to do things in life that we enjoy. Do you find that we gravitate? It's not hard, is it, for your friend to call up and have a chat? It's not hard for you to go down the pub. It's not hard for you to play football. It's not hard for you to go around your friend's house for drinks or whatever your thing is. And the reason for that is it takes little effort because we know we're good at it. We know we're going to have fun at it. Does that make sense? So it's enjoyable. So internally we're wired. It just sort of makes sense that, yeah, okay, I'm just going to do that. But contrast going out with your friends or whatever your thing is, playing your favorite sport, watching a movie with your partner, contrast that with doing your finances and getting your finances in order. Now, how does that look internally? So we have images in our mind, whether we're consciously aware of them or not. We have feelings in our body. How did they change? They contrast. So you think about the thing you really enjoy, whatever that might be, going out with your friends, going out for drinks, going on holiday. So it's like, if effortless, you don't really need to be asked twice about it. And then contrast that with sorting your finances out. Now, for a lot of people, it's like, polar end to the spectrum, really sort of messes you up. So when we review our money, we get worried that we're going to fail and we're not going to enjoy the experience. So we protect ourselves. So we shut it out. So we sort of have this protection mechanism because we don't want to fail. We kind of shut out and we avoid it. So we don't bother doing it. And we do that with everything that we don't like to do. And what I do when I'm faced with a job that I don't like to do, because we all have them in life. I don't get it with my money. I get quite excited myself because I look at the opportunity and things of making improvement and growth and things is a big value for me. But there are things that I don't enjoy doing. I hate doing certain admin jobs and stuff like that. So we've all got it. We've all got to do these things. I set myself up for success. So I make the environment that I'm going to work in more enjoyable and more engaging. So I might put some good music on. I make sure the place is nice and tidy and comfortable and warm. I just make it very engaging for me to want to be there as much as I can. Now, don't get me wrong. It doesn't take me from a 1 to a 10, as in a 1, I don't want to be there, and a 10, I do. But it does move me away from a 1 and it moves me towards the spectrum in the middle a little bit. Because I think, okay, it's quite nice here. I can see things are tidy. I think things are organized. But I'd say what really does help is I write down a list of the things that I'm going to do and how much time I'm going to allow myself to do these things. Because when there's an end date, when there's a finite amount of time, a finite period that you're going to work on something, all of a sudden, it doesn't seem so difficult. So if I said to you, right, let's sort out your finances, in your mind, you might think, wow, this is going to take all day and the size of it is going to fill this room. Okay. But if I said to you, okay, we're going to take 45 minutes and we're going to look at your bank account. A lot easier, right? Now, if that's all it takes to get you to take action and move forward, then all we need to do is start putting these things together. So why don't we start stacking these systems or these meetings together? So maybe if we're able to book in a series of weekly, preferably meetings with yourself going into 2021, saying, okay, every, whatever it might be, Saturday morning, Sunday morning for an hour, I'm going to get my coffee, I'm going to get myself comfortable, and I'm going to work on my finances for 45 minutes. That's it. And if it stretches to an hour, that's fine, but I'm not going to do more than an hour. And I'm going to keep myself in that seat for 45 minutes. And I'm going to have a schedule of things, what I'm going to do at each session. So we're bite-sized chunks. It's just going to make it a little bit more attainable. So I'll plan out some of the sessions for you. So the first session could be set up your bank account system. Okay, so the first session could be set up your banking system, and this could involve open up a new account for your WAM. It might involve opening up a national savings investment account to put your emergency fund in, the premium bonds, and once that's done, you stop. Okay, that's a bit easier. That's doable, right? It's not going to kill anyone. Okay, so the next session, the second session, the week after, we could then say, well, let's look at our bills account. So we look at our bills account, and we're going to go through each individual item in the bills account. We're going to ask ourselves, do we want this? Do we need this? Can we get a similar experience for less? And if you go across to warrenshute.com, there's a downloadable spreadsheet there that has loads of links on it that helps you reduce your payment. So you can say, for example, gas, and there's a link to a provider that searches the internet to see if that's the best provider you got there. And then once we've done that, we're going to stop. Or we're going to do 45 minutes of it at least, and then we're going to stop. And if we need to do more, we'll pick it up next week. And we'll carry on with the next week. Okay. All of a sudden, it's seeming a lot easier to do this, to make progress financially, to get down the line and achieve it. But because you got to remember, every black belt in martial arts was once a white belt. I would imagine every premiership footballer was once the kid kicking the ball around in the playground. You don't go to greatness, expertise immediately. You're going to earn your stripes, guys, and this is how you earn the stripes. You can make it more enjoyable, like playing in good weather, okay, training with nice instructors, making your environment good when you're doing it. But you still got to earn your stripes. So just do it in bite-sized. Perhaps your third session could be looking at how to maximize income. So you can say, okay, let me go on to entitled to. What benefits am I entitled to? Great. Nothing, or these ones. Great. I've done it. What other ways can I increase my income? Is there any jobs I can go for? Is it an appropriate time for me to move companies, or is it an appropriate time to set my own company up? Can I look at doing a side hustle? Is there any business I can sell online? Spend a bit of time looking at side hustles, that kind of thing. Can I look at my personal allowance? Can I look at my tax code and make sure I'm being taxed appropriately? So I appreciate finance and money is a big topic, and for many it's not the most exciting thing in the world, but the results of good financial planning are so exciting, it's worth it, and your future self will appreciate it, I promise you. Retiring rich is much more fun than retiring poor. And when I say rich, I don't necessarily mean you have to be a multi-millionaire, but there are things you can do to create wealth, which we share with you on this podcast, that will move you towards the needle in that direction. So as the phrase goes, eat an elephant one mouth at a time, so to speak. Break your big projects down into smaller 45-minute, 60-minute chunks or tasks, and just nice and slowly plan the way through and work your way through those. Okay, 5 things you can do today to get organized better financially. So set up the bank account system and make this a new habit for 2021. The bank account system came around by clients coming into me, and they disclosed their income and expenditure, and we had it all on file, and we went through it, and I said, congratulations, you've got this wad of money every year available. And for some clients it would be, it could be 100,000, but most clients it would say 10, 15, 20,000 pounds a year. And they'd look at me and say, don't be ridiculous, we don't have that much money left over. I said, well, you've told me what you earn, you told me what you spend, one take away the other is the surplus money, right? What else is there? And they'd say, oh no, there must be something else in there. And that's what we call spending creep. And spending creep is those incidental items that you spend, that you sign up for and you forget you've got a direct debit going out for. And often they're not monthly, often they're quarterly or annually payments, because they're not seen as often, you see. So when you go through your bills, you don't see them. So they just sort of sneak in there. When you go out, when we were going out and you go to coffee shops, that kind of thing, or nowadays it could even be Amazon. You're on Amazon, you just buy that thing quickly. You think, oh, it's only £5, only £10, it'll be here tomorrow. But all these things add up, and themselves in isolation, they're not bad, but they add up. So I needed a solution that would avoid that or solve that problem. And that's where we came from the bank account system. The bank account system allowed one account, all your bills to come out of, and then one account that you just spend out of. And when that money's gone from your spending account, that's it. And you pay yourself into that account every week on a Wednesday. There's plenty of this on my website, warrenshute.com, or in the book, The Money Plan, explains how it all works. Number 2, 5 things you can do to get yourself better financially organized. If you have unsecured debt, make it the year that you make a dent or repay it all. So use the snowball system, go to the site, download the spreadsheet. There's a separate spreadsheet on there you can download, and you can put all your figures in there and then it will tell you which order to pay, and it will even tell you when your debt will be paid off. And then maybe spend some time, one of those focus sessions, to look to reduce your interest rate costs as well. Number 3, order statements from all your pension providers and see what you're entitled to for retirement. Maybe take 2021 to be serious in the fact that you're going to get organised for retirement and get something in place. Number 4, go a step further, get your state pension forecast and see if you have any missing years and whether you need to make any voluntary contributions of national insurance to top those up. So that'd be a good thing to do. And then number 5, I say it most weeks, but it's because I'm so passionate about it. Get yourself a will or review your will and organise your lasting powers of attorney. Let's have some water 1 second. Okay, so other news this week, which was out. At the end of September 2020, there were 4,633,649 companies in the UK. And this was an increase of 120,257 when compared to the end of June. So what's going on? We're in a pandemic, things are going tough, but companies are still starting up. And that's because business still carries on. It's our decisions, not our conditions, that will shape our future. And I do hesitate when I say this because I respect some of you will be going through exceptionally difficult times, okay? But we've got to look and say, what's good? What could I do? What opportunities are there available for me? And those increase in companies were pretty much the same all over the nations, England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland, which is great to see. Second thing in the news, when Rishi Sunak confirmed the increase in the national living wage to £8.91, an equivalent of £345 extra per year for someone working full-time, it meant that since the introduction in 2016, a full-time worker on national living wage had seen an increase in their income of around £4,000, which I thought was pretty good, really. So they're getting, by the looks of it, above inflationary increases, which is nice. Readers' questions and questions that I had in. First one is, my daughter has recently made me a grandfather for the first time. Well, congratulations. I would like to save some money for my grandson. Where is the best place to save it? Okay, so I get this often from my clients, and what I say to them is your grandchildren are going to have so many demands on their time and money throughout their life, and they'll make different choices, and some of them will understand, some of them won't. But one thing you can do is you can put some money away into a pension for them now, so that when they retire and you're long gone, most likely, they'll look back and they'll say, oh, my grandparents did this for me. This is thanks to my grandparents. Another thing for me as well is it allows your children to choose a career that they find passionate and fulfilling. Maybe something to do with the arts, maybe nursing, something like that, care work. It's not really rewarded financially, but it's very rewarding as an individual. So it allows them to follow a passion like that, as opposed to chasing the buck, chasing the dollar, and doing something just for the money. So yeah, you can put up to £2,880 into a pension. Every £1 you put in, you get a 25p bonus. So you put in the full 2,880, you get another £720. So 3,600 can be invested for him. That's your grandson. Next question, should I buy Bitcoin or some other form of cryptocurrency? Well, my answer was, well, it depends why. Yeah, if you want to, there's nothing, I'm not here to say you can't buy anything. I just don't think it's an investment. So if you want to buy cryptocurrency, yeah, go ahead and buy it. You'll have a roller coaster ride. You'll see your money go up and down all over the place. But I don't know why you would do it. For the experience, for the conversation piece in the pub maybe, or when you're with your friends, that kind of thing. But it's not an investment. That's the thing to remember. So don't buy it fooling yourself that you're investing. You're just buying it because you want to, and it's a speculation. But you're more likely to do far better. If you want to invest, just buy a boring global index fund. Buy, hold, sit tight. Go to lexo.co.uk. You'll find them all on there. Buy Lexo 100, sit on it, and you'll do fine over time. But that's an investment. Cryptocurrency is not. Anyway, that's enough for this week. I hope you found our conversation interesting. Please keep sending your questions in and other things you'd like me to cover in future episodes. And until next time, stay safe and be good.